In the sprawling mansion known as Blackwood Manor, countless whispers drifted through the halls about the attic, a place from which flickering lights and unexplained sounds would emerge at the stroke of midnight. Those familiar with the house's dark history knew better than to venture into its uppermost reaches, where shadows seemed to coil around the rafters like serpents and the air felt oppressively thick. Caleb, an ambitious young paranormal investigator, saw this mysterious attic as the perfect chance to make a name for himself. Armed with his camera and equipment, he ignored the warnings of the villagers and entered the mansion under a blood-red moon. Strangely, the front door swung open with eerie ease, as if inviting him inside. The grand staircase loomed ahead, its wooden planks groaning under Caleb's weight as he ascended. Each step brought him closer to the attic, and with it, an overwhelming sense of dread. At last, he reached the attic door. It was old and splintered, with deep gouges that hinted at violent attempts to escape or perhaps keep something in. His heart pounded as he turned the rusty key he'd found in a hidden drawer in the library. The door creaked open, revealing a cavernous space awash in darkness. Slowly, with flashlight beam cutting through the gloom, Caleb moved forward. The air was frigid, colder than the harshest winter, and his breath formed ghostly clouds. It was then that he saw it, a shadowy figure perched on an ancient trunk, watching him with glowing ember eyes. He dared not blink. The figure began to move, its form shifting and twisting, a grotesque mockery of human anatomy. It whispered Caleb's name in a voice that sounded like dry leaves scraping over bone. Mesmerized and horrified, he dropped his camera, which shattered on the floor. Suddenly, the attic seemed to close in around him. The walls breathed, and the ceiling stretched unnaturally downward. He stumbled back, but the floorboards buckled beneath him, throwing him into a disorienting whirl. The demon's laughter echoed in the confined space, a sound that ensnared Caleb's mind in a web of terror. With sudden ferocity, the creature lunged, extending clawed hands to caress its prey. Caleb screamed, a sound that was swallowed by the abyss, and with a final, chilling utterance of his name, the demon dragged him into the darkness. Weeks later, another group of investigators found only his camera, its footage a disjointed collection of screams, shadows, and the chilling whisper of a name, Caleb. The attic door was now firmly locked, yet the mansion seemed more alive than ever, feeding off the terror it had once again instilled. And so, Blackwood Manor continued to stand, a monument to unspeakable horrors, its attic forever occupied by a demon that hungered for the next soul foolish enough to enter its domain.